Hey everybody, good morning. I just wanted to review about how to answer a level 3 question when it comes to finding the main idea of a text. So here we have an assignment we completed a week or two ago. It's the one on penguins. And so before I reread the text to you, I'm just going to go over what to include when you're answering a main idea question. So when you are asked to find the main idea of an article or an informational piece of text, the three things that you'll need to include are the topic, the main idea, and three details from the text to support. So those are things that without me reminding you, you need to include in your responses. Okay, so let's reread penguins and we'll see if we can identify those things. So, penguins. The penguin is a bird, but it does not fly. Penguins are not like other birds. They are unique birds, and although they do have feathers, even their feathers are unusual. Other birds have rows of feathers that grow in a specific pattern. A penguin's feathers grow all over like hair on a mammal. You will not see penguins in the air, and you will not see them in trees. You will see them in the water. In fact, you will see them below the surface of the water if you have an underwater video camera. Their webbed feet help them swim fast. The penguin is an ocean bird living in and near the ocean. The penguin spends much time in the ocean, so much of its life is unknown. People only get to know penguins well when they are on land, and the penguin can be at sea for months at a time. While the penguin is not a great flyer as the eagle is, the penguin can outswim most birds and probably outswim some other aquatic animals. The penguin has thick, strong wings and flippers instead of feet that it uses to push through the water. When the penguin is on land, it walks along slowly, and this limited mobility may be one reason the penguin spends most of its time in the water. The penguin's food source is in the water, the fish it catches. They have solid bones, while other birds have bones that are not solid. Okay, so that's a lot to take in. So anytime that I'm trying to formulate a written response to a main idea question, I'm probably going to reread the text because I might have an idea of what I want to put down. Um, the best thing you could possibly do is to reread the text and to confirm those ideas. So one, let's start by identifying what the topic is. So the topic, we learned that the topic is more broad, it's more general, it's less specific. It's what is the whole entire piece of text about? Well, I think it's pretty safe to say the whole entire piece of text is all about penguins. Now, some of us, we confuse that with the main idea, and some of us like to put down, I think the main idea of the text is all about penguins. But we can't do that when we're writing specific responses. That's more of what the topic is, because that's more general, it's more broad. When we're looking at the main idea, we need to zoom in on that. So more specifically, well, what about penguins? Not just all about them, but find something that's very specific that you can put into a sentence. So I'm going to show you one student's response that I liked. I thought Lushan did a good job on his. Not to say everyone else didn't, but this one I like. So he says the topic is penguins. That works for me. Now he's going to find details that support his main idea. I'm going to take a guess that he figured out what he wanted to put as his main idea first, and then he went back to find the details to confirm that. So let's look at his main idea before we even read his details. I think the main idea is how penguins are different from other birds. Yeah, and listen, if you didn't put that exact sentence, but you put down something that is similar or a different variation, or even if it's different, but you back it up and support it using details, I would still accept your answer as well. So his details that support that the main idea is how penguins are different from other birds is one detail is they are unique birds. This is taken directly from the text. He put it in quotes. Now, if it were on specific page numbers or paragraph numbers, it would be best to add that in there as well, but This works just fine for me as long as you're putting them into quotes. This is the quotation mark, by the way. So make sure that when you're citing pieces of evidence from the text that you do put them into quotations. Another detail is the penguin can outswim most birds. I mean, I think we are pretty certain that most birds don't swim at all. I know some do, but the penguin can outswim most birds. Does that back up how they're different from other birds? I think it does. I think the words "they are unique birds" backs up that they are different from other birds as well. Sorry about that. They have solid bones and other birds don't. I think that supports that main idea as well. So here you can see this would receive a 3 on our scale, and I hope this helped out a little bit. I do miss all of you, and good luck answering your main idea questions for the week. The first one starts today with the planets.